the US has hundreds and thousands of universities. And I think Germany has like 333 public universities. I mean, it's...
Today checking in is Chuck from, how do I say the school in German? Duale, Hochschule, Baden-Württemberg.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, DHBW.
DHBW is the biggest university in Germany that offers Duale Studium or dual study, which is the model we're going to talk about today. For me, it's fascinating because students can get a college degree while they're working part-time, which means they're not only not paying the tuition fee, they are actually gaining working experience and then getting paid at the same time. So they're not paying anything. So that's the biggest mystery for me. So that's why I traveled all the way here to Stuttgart today to visit Chuck. Let's introduce ourselves really quick. So we have a very similar background. So I'm going to introduce myself again to the listeners who know me. I am a Chinese national, went to high school and college in the States. And I moved to Germany for grad school, and I stayed here after that. And I think Chuck has a very similar experience, right?
Yeah, it was funny that like the two similar paths that happens. But yeah, so I'm Chuck Castor. I'm actually originally from Oregon. I came as an exchange student for a German studies program to Freiburg. And when I went back, my parents said, "Hey, you are on your own for graduate school." And I said, "Well, in Germany, it's free." Or then at least it was free. So I came back and met my wife, had kids, and have been here ever since. Right now, I'm at the DHBW, in English, we're called the Baden-Württemberg Cooperative State University.
Okay.
But DHBW is easier.
It's a really long name, right? It's hard to remember sometimes.
And we also kind of go back and forth. Okay, what's the best English way for it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've lived in Germany about 13 years now. Been at the DHBW for 4, and I'm one of the managers for international relations here.
Yeah. So let's talk about the DHBW. It's a long name, but I didn't know about the school, but I know about Duale Studium before. It was when I first moved to Germany. It was out of the blue. I heard about this concept and I researched on it actually when I worked on my project, and this school popped out because it's the biggest one in Germany.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So maybe for listeners who don't know about Duale Studium, maybe Chuck, you could introduce this in a very simple way, how it works.
Yeah, definitely. So the whole idea is in Germany, we have something called an Ausbildung or vocational training.
Yeah.
Where basically instead of studies, you go and you get a job, you work, say 1 week, then you go and you do classwork the next week. The Duale Studium or dual studies model is basically the same thing, but at the end you're getting an academic degree, a bachelor's degree. So you're basically you're working part-time, as you said. Here you work 3 months, and then 3 months you're in the classroom studying. So the whole idea is that you're getting, instead of doing your studies and then training, everything at the same time.
Yeah, it's really hard to imagine, I think, for people outside of Germany or Europe to imagine this, because for us, if I were American, I would think, okay, either I'm getting a college degree, or I'm going to trade school, or doing apprenticeships, or I'm working.
Yeah.
Right. There's no way I can study and then do the other thing at the same time, because first of all, the thing doesn't exist. And second of all, it's going to be so stressful that I wouldn't have time to study or work. However, it works in Germany that it's so popular that school is getting bigger and bigger every year. And the students are like, all of the friends I talk to, half of them do Duale Studium. And I was like, okay, actually works. So I really need to look into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's very unique to Germany. I mean, it grew out of this idea of this trade school or apprenticeship model. And by splitting it up between, okay, 3 months of studies, 3 months of work, you can really kind of break that up and make sure students have time for one or the other.
Okay. I really want to go over the history of the school, really quick. We actually touched on it, when we were having conversation before, right? So for me, the only thing I know is been growing since 20 years.
Yeah.
Started from a vocational school, for like purpose was a vocational school, and now it grows into a different model to today. So could you like talk to us about the history, how it evolved? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it like you said, it came out of these vocational schools that were trade schools, I guess. This idea of that, okay, you need to go work somewhere else, so you work at like a hotel. And then increasingly the idea of having an academic degree, like a bachelor's or master's, became more and more appealing or needed. And so that's how kind of this group of vocational schools called Berufsakademie in Baden-Württemberg, or in the state of Baden-Württemberg, came together and said, let's make a university that we can actually give our students bachelors at the end. It used to be you'd get a diploma for hotel management, or a master's. In the early 2000s, they came together with the Bologna process, which was a regulation in Europe that says we're going to have bachelors and masters. Yeah, there's a and so that's how it kind of started, this idea that, hey, we need a dual studies model where students get an academic degree at the end. And that's something the DHBW started. It was a solution to a need for all these vocational academies to offer bachelor's degrees to those students.
And it's been so popular. Could you do you know maybe the number or just an estimation how it grows through the years, and then how many students there are nowadays?
Yeah, so it started out really actually in the high thousands, so like 9,000. 2008, 2009 was the year it was founded, basically. And then it grew into the teens. There were 25,000. And since about 2014, when we got our newest location in Heilbronn, we've been hovering between 30 and 35,000 students.
Yeah.
And it's really stayed consistent even with the pandemic. There was a slight dip to right around 30,000, but now we're back over 33,000. I don't know the number for the coming year, but
I think it's gonna grow.
Yeah, it's growing. I mean, it's especially whenever there's economic troubles ahead, people go back to the school
to the such stable plans,
or they get new things, get their new qualifications.
Yeah. As someone who didn't go through this process, I couldn't imagine myself doing everything together in a week, at the same time.
Yeah.
So how is it like for students? How do they balance it, working? How do they balance work and study at the same time? Is it a problem or a common issue that students have here? Yeah.
So for a student, it's really a different type of studies. The Duale Studium. And you need to also kind of look at it from a German perspective. The German university or typical academic thing is you have a class, gives you 5 credits for the semester. You meet once a week for 2 hours. In America, at least what I remember in Leicester, was 5 credits meant 5 hours a week. So you're meeting every day for an hour. Here at the DHBW, you have basically a 3-year program, which, like at the universities, split up into 3-month sections. So you have 3 months of study in class, 3 months of on-the-job training. During those 3 months in study, you need to get all that academic information that you're missing in the other 3 months in. So that's why instead of a 5-credit class once a week for 2 hours, they actually have a full workload. So students here actually do have class those 3 months from 9 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning to 4 or 5 at night. So it is very intensive. It does leave little time to go to Oktoberfest or go to soccer games or something. So it does take kind of it's not for everyone.
I understand. Yeah.
That said, though, because there is that background of the vocational training, and German parents are very much like, when they're done with school, you're gonna go get a job, you're gonna go work. It does a lot of students don't know it differently. Like they want to be doing something where they're getting money.
They want to make money.
They want to make money, and they want to get a degree so they can make more money.
So they're very motivated. They're not like, okay, like in America, I'm going to college for experience. I'm going there to go to football games. I'm going to party a little bit and then study a little bit. Enjoy my life, figure out my life. How is this gonna be? It's not like that.
That's exactly
Okay.
And it sounds bad, but I mean, there's so many people who they want that and
They know what they want to do.
exactly. Okay. And
That's it. Yeah. I mean, just the number proves that it works. That enough students in Germany want this. I think there's such a strong background in vocational schools in Germany before the school was found. And that was a really good foundation to have a model like this, because I can imagine the States. I mean, we're jumping to a different topic now, but in the States, since we don't have many vocational schools, and the vocational schools, the trade schools, they cost a lot of money, the system's very different from Germany, and it's hard to implement such system, even though it sounds so attractive to the American system, right? Let's talk about really quick what are the requirements for American students to apply for Duale Hochschule Baden-Württemberg.
Yeah, no, that's well important. I really want to get into that. So it's easy to remember. It's basically you need all your AP classes in high school in the United States. So AP, English, science, math, and a second language, in order to.
So for APs.
Yeah, so for APs, all with 3 or higher. There are ways you can do like honor classes plus other ones, but that you really need high grades in all of those different areas. So basically, just for now, if you have all AP courses, all 4, you can apply to the DHBW, and I mean it's no limit to that. All you need is to apply. How it works is you apply to the company, so you can look online, see if a company is hiring for a Duale Studium or a dual student, the DHBW. And the nice thing then is you'll get a student visa. Yeah. And you were saying earlier you don't have to have a frozen account, something called a Sperrkonto.
That's the thing. I think the only university in Germany where you don't need Sperrkonto, which is the frozen account. Right? Yeah, according to my knowledge.
Yeah, and you're saying like for a normal student visa, you have to show that you're able to support yourself. But here, that's all taken care of through the companies, which is really really nice through your contract. I mean, like I said, yeah, apply, you get the contract, and
you're making money.
Why
are you studying? So that's the whole concept, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing is with the language, I mean, we do offer one fully English program called New Study, or it's IT, informatics. We are working right now with other departments to make more English studies programs, but we also offer 1-year intensive German courses. So if you are taken on by a company, you can do this 1-year prep course and then continue on.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for being here with me today, Chuck.
Oh yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad you made it to Stuttgart.
Yeah, thanks. So that's it for the episode. My name is Jacob. Thank you for listening.